Can you talk to us about how you collaborated with Stanley and his projects and the new technologies that you guys worked on together to plan this project? I think we have a slide, so we can go ahead and show some photos
Okay. So
of the project.
I guess I'm coming at this from a little bit of a different direction. We like to talk about, when we talk about climate adaptation success, that's what we're all here about. Climate adaptation success, not retreat, not doom and gloom, but how are we going to adapt to the climate change that we know is happening, and we can actually see it, especially in the king tide periods. So most of the folks here on the panel, and many of you in the audience, are dealing with this, what we call top-down, in the sense of you work for government or large industry, and you're dealing with this in a top-down approach with large infrastructure projects. But our position with this new technology company that we started in Plantation is that if the individual citizens, small businesses, sit back in a relaxed state and say, government is going to save us. We just have to wait, and all these projects will save us. This is not going to achieve climate adaptation success. So the bottom up needs to do its share. Well, what is its share, and how do they know, and how can they get the information that they need to take adaptation steps? So we call it actionable data and analysis. So that's why Coastal Risk Consulting was formed, and I like to say that we have three fathers, one of which was, who recently passed away, very sad, Pete Harlem from FIU, who helped with some of the initial maps of sea level rise for this area, and from FAU, my co-founder, Dr. Leonard Berry, and then from University of Miami, Dr. Brian Soden, from the Rosenstiel School. So those are three of the academic and scientific fathers of Coastal Risk Consulting. But how we got involved with Stanley Young, and he couldn't be here because he wasn't feeling well, but boy, I wish I was in his shape, because he's still running triathlons. He's doing triathlons and marathons. Maybe he just got worn down from his training schedule, I don't know. But you know, he's an amazing person, and I wish that really he was here today. But he had reached out because of a project that he had in Las Olas Isles on Mola Avenue to Coastal Risk, and he just had a local architect and engineer. He had bought the property in Las Olas that was owned by the billionaire Wayne Huizenga. And they basically knew that the property was very floody. They knew they probably got a good deal on it. I can't tell you what sort of a discount he got on buying the property, but everybody knew that it floods all the time now, not in some dystopic future 10, 15, 20 years from now, but it's flooding now all the time. So he asked us the question, can you tell me how high I need to raise this property and how long that's going to last me? And of course, I feel very comfortable sitting here with Army Corps of Engineers folks, because embedded in our technology is the Army Corps of Engineers model. And customers can choose low, medium, and high curves. They can choose a NOAA curve. If they want a Jim Hanson's curve, we could toggle Jim Hanson's. It doesn't matter. It's up to the customer. But we downscaled both this tidal sea level rise flooding and storm surge using the NOAA SLOSH model. And we do this on the Amazon cloud, and we provided for him almost instantaneously the answer to his question. So his property was around 2.7 feet. I don't know if there's any other pictures to show, but it was at about 2.7 feet. And then Our scientists, some of them who are sitting over there, Dr. Karen Bolter, Sarah Denka, who will be getting her PhD at FAU coming up. Congratulations to Sarah. Anyway, they told him he had to raise his property to 5 feet, and then he put his foundation, if you put your foundation on top of that, which will have the base floor elevation at 6 feet, using the Army Corps of Engineers model, you will go from a red score to a green score. And he said, you know what? I'm building multi-million, I mean, when we talk about bottom up, I mean, this isn't exactly grassroots. He's building multi-million-dollar spec homes, but it's more grassroots and more bottom up than a multi-billion-dollar water treatment plant or something like that. But in any event, he said, you know, I'm going to show the prospective buyers the before and after. I'm going to show them that it was red and now it's green. And what I'm, I guess, here to say in working with Stanley and providing this information and analytics is that we need bottom-up and top-down working together, or we're not going to achieve climate adaptation success.
Thank you so much, Albert.